When it comes to setting up for a new week, the one area that moves the needle the most for me right now is definitely in the area of food shopping, meal planning, saving money in the grocery store, and not wasting the food that I cook. So if you too are trying to count your pennies and save money in the grocery store and to preserve food so that it's not getting wasted, I invite you to stick around, and I would love it if we could work together and encourage each other in this area, because let's face it, you throw away food these days, you're throwing away a good deal of money. So I'm trying my hardest not to be wasting and to be looking at my leftovers as a freezer meal. You know, we watch all kinds of videos about creating freezer meals, but do you ever think that when you make more than the family eats, you've just created a freezer meal for someone or maybe even your whole family? So come along with me. I would love it if we'd work together and encourage each other on this journey of counting our pennies, not wasting money, and beating the budget when it comes to food. A grocery order is coming this morning, and so it is time to clean out the fridge. I'll pull these out so I can wrap them. So we're going to freeze leftovers that haven't been used yet. And put things where they belong, because they get put away differently than I might do. Oh, there's an avocado that's seen its better days. But things are actually not looking that bad. There's some tomato sauce I should have used in yesterday's chili. Oh, wow. Oh, and I never dried my stevia. Oh, bummer. Some bananas I need to make into banana bread, and then I just need to do a little bit of wiping. So I'm just kind of spot cleaning, definitely not taking everything out. And I flick crumbs on the floor, and then I'll sweep when I'm done. It's just easier. And I make sure that all of the things that should be in the Lazy Susans are in Lazy Susans. That right there does a lot to clean things up. This is the pork leftovers. So all I'm going to do is pop it in a freezer bag, and Robin and I will have it some night when it's just the two of us, probably, just so that we're not wasting food. And that's one night. I don't have to figure out supper. One thing I would love to know in the comments is I'm going to be making some food for someone in my town who had a heart surgery and is recovering. She needs some no salt meals, like supper meals, dinner meals. But I think it's just her. So if you have any advice for me, I'd love to make things that can be frozen. I'd like to divide them up into 1 serving sizes so that she can just pop one out. Of course, I can divide up anything. So I would love to know what you might recommend for her. I was going to send it for Lasagna Love, but I never did. So then when I saw someone on our town website saying that she was recovering from a surgery, I kind of reached out and just said, hey, could you benefit from some meals? So it feels good that it's someone right here in my community too. All right, I'm going to squish it down. Actually, I'm going to squish it kind of flat. It's going to be mush when we eat it. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. That way it'll lay flat in the freezer and be easier to store. Now, these are vegan, gluten-free blueberry muffins. If you would like me to make them on the channel, let me know in the comments section, and I will do that. I kind of wanted to test it. I would say that this particular recipe, it's wet. Let me show you what I mean. So, I mean, they hold up really well, but they're kind of wet in the middle, which happens a lot when I do our gluten-free baked goods. But I do use the King Arthur gluten-free flour, which is a 1-to-1 substitution. I absolutely love it. I feel like when I did the pumpkin banana, it wasn't as wet, but I think it was relying on the banana as moisture more, maybe. So either way, I made these yesterday, and we're going to freeze them. So I did heart shape. I used silicone molds. And here's a butterfly, and here's like a beetle, and then we ate the flowers. The flowers are gone. Is this a flower? Oh yeah, here's a flower, and then the flower. But they taste really, really good. They have lemon zest in them, so even though that was optional, I would definitely recommend trying it because it made them so light and refreshing, kind of, when you get that little bit of lemon in the back, that little lemon taste. I've never put the lemon zest in, and we were so glad we did because it really improved the flavor. I mean, it would have been good without it, but it was top notch with it. So the plan is I individually wrap them, and then my daughter can take out whatever she wants to eat, thaw it out, pop it in the microwave, and then we don't have to worry about them spoiling. I will say, because whenever you have a recipe like that that comes out wet, you always have to be careful because it's going to be more prone to mold quicker. It just doesn't last as long. And I'm just going to put the date on them when I froze them. Okay, I washed the stevia. Now I'm going to dry it, pick off any leaves that don't look good. And then we'll get it in the oven. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. If there's a little spot on the leaf, I don't mind, but otherwise. And also, so for the sake of space, I am taking the leaves off of all of the stems. Leaves are all spread out. It said 140 degrees online for 20 minutes. My oven won't go below 170, so 170 it is. I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes, and then I'll check it, and I'll basically guess if I think it's done or not. I usually go by if I can crumble it in my hands. Time to think about meals, so I'm going to erase this, which actually was from a couple weeks ago. Yes, could I use the dry eraser? Yeah, but this works so much better. Okay, let's pull this down. I know a lot of you found me from decluttering videos, and I love that. And I think that keeping your refrigerator and your pantry decluttered, it isn't something that we often think about. But in these times of high food prices, it has never been more important that those are areas that have to be a huge priority when we're decluttering. Because we can easily lose track of food and then it goes to waste. And I have been the worst offender here. And, you know, I go through stages in my life, times when I'm doing really well with it, times where I'm really struggling. And so I feel like it's a really important part of my channel. We're all in the same storm, but we're not all in the same boat. You know, for some people, they've got it figured out. For others, they're not struggling to pay. Maybe they have surplus financially, and others are really, really struggling. And then there's people who are somewhere in between. So one of the things I really feel like I need to do, I just got groceries this morning, but I was on my way to bring Yvonne to, I almost said school, to work. So I didn't have time to do a grocery haul, but I'm going to take you through the fridge and the pantry. I'm going to do a inventory list for myself, come up with some meal plan ideas. And so even better than a grocery haul, we're going to go through the whole fridge, the whole freezer, and the whole pantry. Here we go. All right, so up the top, we have about a half a jar of Rouse. And so I could do something with that, not a ton. You know, we have the barbecue sauces, the salsa, what was that? Worcestershires and all of those things. Jelly for peanut butter and jelly. I have a half a box of beef broth that could be used. 2 packages of tofu, and then here's a half package that was probably used today. And then leftover, I did cornmeal waffles with chili last night, so that's the leftover waffles. So I need to remember to use these or freeze them. I'm honestly probably going to freeze them. And then, you know, the tamari, maple syrup, all those things. Here's some leftover chili. So if we just made that last night, so if that's not eaten by probably today, I'll probably freeze it tomorrow. And this is what I'm doing now. With a lot of my leftovers, I'm freezing them and treating them like a freezer meal. And then, you know, I'll note how many servings I think, you know, roughly it is. And then I'll put it in the rotation. So it'll either end up being a lunch if it's just a small amount, or maybe even a dinner. But if you could do it a week later, then no one's really thinking, we're eating leftovers. You know, it's kind of like a fresh meal again. I have some broccoli to use up in the produce keeper. And then these are for snacks. I have some ground beef. I always try to make sure I get that. And these are Egg Life. If you're at a low-carb diet, these are just amazing. They're to use as like taco wraps. Hang on. My grocery store is called Hannaford, and move these grapes aside that, by the way, are for snacks. And I got a big bag of carrots. I have a couple left over from Farmer's Market to use first, but I got a breast of turkey last time. We got the Shady Brook. It was so good. And this was 99 cents a pound. It was the sale for the week. And so I paid $8, and it's 8.5 pounds. So, you know, $8.5, 8.5 pounds. So that is a huge blessing. I think it was on 3 weeks ago, and now it's on sale again. I don't have room in my freezer to buy a bunch of them, but I've just been buying whatever is 99 cents a pound. There's been something every week, a meat that is 99 cents. So then we always get the big European cucumbers. Part of it is because some of our girls have a hard time digesting the seeds, so that helps them for snacks or a vegetable. So this is for snack. Hello, this tells you something about Rachel and I. We're just like, we're little crows. We just have to gather our treasures. Okay, and then I had some little bit of cabbage left over, a few radishes. I should probably get something to make a salad with, and I could add that, or a stir fry, you know. And then these are some loose green onions, celery hearts, lemons, tomatoes, poblano pepper, a couple jalapenos from our garden, onion, a little bit of onion left over. So that's pretty much there. And then in here, I just got some new mozzarella, and I just stocked this up on the dairy-free mozzarella. We have some queso fresco left over, as well as some bacon. This my husband usually uses along with kielbasa and hot dogs. And then we do have a few pepperoni too if we do a pizza night. And then Parmesan and a tiny bit of cheddar. In the freezer, lots going on in here. I have 2 bags of beans. These were beans that were dry beans, and I cooked them, and then I put them in bags of 15 ounces so that if I'm doing a recipe, I know that that's 1 can's worth. This is the blueberry muffins I put in earlier, rhubarb, turkey broth, and that's probably another turkey broth. And then I also have chicken broth. I think I have 1 more left that we'll see. I've got some minced onions, and there's probably peas down there somewhere, along with the rhubarb that I haven't used. And then just got this from my daughter Rachel, where she can take out 1 a day. We still have a big pork to use. These are Rachel's bagels, my popsicles. We have some blueberries. And then up at the top, this is the pork and rice leftovers. That will be for another night, just for my husband and I. Then we have boneless breasts of chicken, lots of that. Chicken legs, that was a 99 cent last week, I think. More boneless breasts of chicken. And there's some random like ground turkey. There's 1 bag of shrimp. And then those are a couple of pork chops, so a few odds and ends there. I know there's some turkey burger underneath to more that's wrapped similar to this. So I have a full jar here of the rose marinara that I got today. And of course the breadcrumb and that sort of thing. I got some, I know I got a package of flour that should be here somewhere. I had help putting the stuff away. Brown sugar that needs to go in the brown sugar container. And then here is a couple of random blueberry corn muffins I made. We have some pastas. And we have oatmeal. Peanut butter and fluff that I just got because Yvonne often will take a sandwich to work. But I didn't buy bread because I thought we had plenty, and we don't. Got some Life cereal, and somewhere we also have Frosted Flakes. We have plenty of garbanzo beans. We've got kidney beans. Some cookies that the girls eat, the younger girls. A couple of diced tomatoes. I meant to get petite diced, and I didn't. But I've just been using them, you know, as a petite diced. Some green beans, coconut milk for like a curry. I don't even know why I have that, but that will probably get saved for Thanksgiving. And then 1 can of beans here, but I know I have the 2 packages in the freezer. Tomato sauce, tomato paste, more diced tomatoes, yeah. So that's pretty much all that's there is more diced tomatoes. And then my daughter Ava likes to have a Cliff Bar before she goes to school, and applesauce. We have some graham crackers, some cranberry juice. This, I don't know why my husband bought this, but him and Ava got it, and I'm not quite sure why. There it is. And then Rachel's gluten-free stuff here, her staples. And then we have like some Tostitos. Oh, there's that flour I was talking about. Iced tea. We have hot cocoa in the back. So everything is pretty much stocked up. We have some Crisco there as well. And potatoes were on sale, so I got 2 bags of those, so we'll be using those. And there's that big old tub of pork rinds some of you might have already seen. So I know I have the big pot roast, or the big pork roast, and 2 pork chops, leftover pork and rice. We have the shrimp, and what else? Chicken breast, chicken legs, and I'll probably do like a dry rub on that. And let's see, I'll probably do a chicken chili, which would only be half of it. I probably won't have to buy chicken breast next week. So I'm trying to just brainstorm as I go. I know we have ground beef. We haven't really done a straight taco in a while, so maybe we'll just do tacos with that. And some homemade shells. That'd be fun. Haven't done that in a while. What else? We could do pasta Alfredo. Everyone likes that. I have one that doesn't love tomato sauce, so Alfredo kind of fits the bill for that. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with the pork roast. Oh, the turkey. I forgot the turkey. I know I want to do a turkey pie. Notice I did not have the stuffing, so I need to buy stuffing. So I'll just make a note of that. And we could do a traditional turkey. Do it that way and then do the pie as leftover. So that's two meals right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. So way more than we need. What I'm going to do this time, which is a little different than what I normally do, is I'm just going to assign the meat unless I know what I'm going to do with it. I probably should write down the girls' schedule, but I don't often go by the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are just ideas, and I put them in whatever order I want. So I would say we'll probably do the big pork roast. We'll probably do the turkey on tomorrow, which is Saturday. And then we'll probably do the big pork roast on Sunday when my husband's off and we have time to cook it. And then, so then we would do another turkey, maybe the turkey pie Monday, unless I want to freeze all that, but I really don't want to. Turkey pie. And then I think we might be ready for some pasta Alfredo. I could even put the shrimp down here. I am going to probably need to get more vegetables. I keep forgetting to buy vegetables. I don't know what is wrong with me. And then tacos, you know, some of these weeknights, a good time to do something quicker. Actually, I'm not doing turkey pie Monday because my husband's never home for dinner on Monday. Let's do it on Tuesday. Turkey pie. And then the tacos. Then I'll do the tacos here because that's quick and easy. And then the pasta Alfredo with shrimp. We could do broccoli. And then turkey, potatoes, peas, or I don't know, peas or broccoli or something. Oh, I have those carrots too. Maybe I'll do carrots. You know, gravy, hello. I don't know, pork roast, that could be a sandwich even. And then, so doing it this way, I'm able to kind of keep an eye on my meats and give a variety and not have the same thing every night, you know, white chicken chili. Although we can switch it all around, as I said before, and then chicken legs, which we probably wouldn't do the night after chicken chili, but with a rub. And then we do a lot of leftovers and everyone just kind of fends for themselves for lunch, you know, but we have the peanut butter and the fluff, and we have peanut butter and jelly, and we have leftovers, and we have pastas, and we have beans for like beans and rice. So we usually do fine for that. I'm gonna put this up on the fridge. My hair. Okay, so for tonight, actually, we're going to do the chicken legs, and we're going to do the simple seasoning on it, and I can show that to you. I don't know if it'll be in today's video because I might close this out so I can get it edited for you before supper. But anyway, it's so funny. I got to tell you a story, but I do the same thing, so I'm telling you this is normal. This is a human condition. So I didn't consult my husband, what are you in the mood for? I just did the grocery list because I was the only one up this morning, and I tried to do it yesterday and I was having computer issues. Either way, so I got a bunch of stuff. Did I get steak? No. Or any of the other things that I'm about to tell you. So he comes down and he's like, so what are we doing for supper? And I said, well, I was going to do the chicken legs with dry rub. And he's like, well, I was thinking we should make steak and cheese subs. Do I have steak? No. Do I have rolls? No. Do I have the cheese? No. So I was trying to be good about it, and I was like, well, someone would have to go to the store. Are you going to the store? And he was like, well, yeah, I could probably go to the store. So I just asked him, I'm like, are you craving? Like, where's that coming from? So anyways, he was like, well, if you want to do the chicken, we can do the chicken. And I said, well, it is just that it was $336 for groceries today, because sometimes I can get away with very little, but I'll do that for a couple weeks, and then suddenly we need all these staples, which is kind of what happened. And I forgot a bunch of stuff. I didn't order vegetables. I didn't order spices. So I forgot a bunch of stuff. But anyway, so we're going to do the chicken legs. But isn't that just the way you can bring in all these groceries, and then you're like, I don't want any of it. Of course, it's a Friday night. We used to do takeout night once a week, and we haven't been doing that lately. Or when we do it, it's because we're really desperate for, I don't know, a rest or just to run out and grab something, eat it, and be done with it, right? So you let me know, how often do you get tempted to kind of go outside of what you have bought for groceries? I hope this is encouraging to you, that you know we're all in this together, and we're all trying to figure out the pantry, the fridge, the freezer, and the grocery budget. So remember, as always, God loves you, I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.